Hello. The company being analyzed today is GM Breweries Limited. This is a company which manufactures good old liquor. So today we're going to analyze the company's financials, what the company actually does, and finally its future growth outlook. So let us start. First, we have a market cap of 2,169 crores, so it is not the biggest of companies. Current price of one share is 948 rupees. Stock price to earnings ratio is 13.3 times. The book value per share, that is assets of company minus liabilities of company per share, book value per share is 431 rupees. And the return on capital employed, return on equity, as according to screener.com, is 18.1%, which is nice, and 14.6%, which is decentish, respectively. So, yeah, now let us analyze the company's financials. Here we have the profit and loss of the company from fiscal year 2014 all the way to fiscal year 2025. Here we have all these numbers in crores. Sales. Then here we have operating profit, also known as EBITDA. Then we have profit before tax, and finally we have net profit. Now, 2014, okay, it's fiscal year 2014, okay, if you're going 12 years back, 289 crores of sales, and sales rise all the way to 464 crores in fiscal year 2019. After that, we see a few years, no COVID happens, and sales go down. Okay, 458 crores of sales, period of stagnation. In fiscal year 23, 24, 25, sales are rising. And finally, fiscal year 2025, 637 crores of sales, 118 crores of EBITDA or operating profit, 18% operating profit margin. So, operating profit as a percentage of total sales. Profit before tax of 160 crores. And finally, 129 crores of profit after tax. Now, if you pay attention to this, the operating profit in fiscal year 2018, let's go 2019. 2019 was 117 crores. Fiscal year 25, 118 crores. So, last basically 6 fiscal years, the company's operating profit has gone down, gone up, and is currently around almost the same place. Right. Of course, past performance is not an indication of future performance. It will not tell how the company will do in the future. So I'm just saying. Now, if you see the net profit in fiscal year 2019, okay, was 82 crores, but this has improved to 129 crores. Few reasons. One, take a look at this. Other income. This is non-operating income. For example, the company has a few deposits, fixed deposits, and gets interest on those fixed deposits. So it will be classified under this other income. So in fiscal year 2019, the other income was around 14 crores, and in fiscal year 2025, the other income was 48 crores. And pay attention to this. The operating profit margin fluctuates. Okay, it was 115%, once 15%, once 27%, 25%, 19%, 22%, 20%, 18%. So it has shown a few percentage points of what do you say? Variation. So keep that in mind. Then in terms of percentages, compounded sales growth, CAGR sales was 8% over the last 10 years, 6% CAGR last 5 years, 12% last 3 years, and TTM is trailing 12 months. So previous 12 months. We are currently in January, so previous 12 months will be till last January. Not the his fiscal year, but last January. Last 12 months, 14% sales growth. Profit growth has been better. As we did see though, as we did see, we are going a decade back, like, so let's go 2015. 2015, operating profit margin was 13%. It was at a really low point, probably the lowest, and 18%. But we have seen it fluctuates a bit. Again, not saying it as a negative, but something that did happen. And other income, 2 crores in fiscal year 2015 and 48 crores in fiscal year 2025. So other income also rose a lot. So in terms of percentages, we have that. But overall, nice profit growth, 13% CAGR in net profits last 5 years, 3 years, 13% CAGR again. That's nice. Then cash flows, nice cash flows, positive cash flows. Cash flow from operations, pay attention to top one. Fiscal year 2014, 28 crores, rose to 63 crores in fiscal year 2018. COVID and all that, 97 crores of operating cash flows fiscal year 22, and rose all the way to this year, fiscal year 25, sorry, previous fiscal year, 162 crores of operating cash flows. So cash flows seem to be at least, they are sometimes volatile, but at least on an upward trend or on higher values, and they're definitely positive. That's a good thing. Now, what does the company actually do? So we saw a company with positive cash flows, somewhat fluctuating margins, and somewhat fluctuating growth, but let's see, kind of like post-COVID comeback company. So what does the company actually do? GM Breweries Limited is engaged in the manufacturing of alcoholic liquor. Though the company has got the facility to blend and bottle, to blending, that is making alcohol and bottling alcohol. So both Indian made foreign liquor and country liquor, the concentration has been mainly on the country liquor during this year, also due to comparative conditions in the Indian-made foreign liquor segment. The company has been making steady progress in the business of liquor during the past years. So they can blend and bottle both Indian-made foreign liquor and country liquor, but their focus right now is on country liquor more. Then, even though not much official statistics are available about the production of country liquor by various manufacturers, the data gathered from the state excise department shows that the company contributes 25 to 30% of total excise duty for country liquor in the whole of Maharashtra. So the tax on consumption of liquor, from what I understand, the excise duty, 25-30% in the state of Maharashtra is contributed from just GM breweries itself. So they collect, of course, the excise duty and then they give it to the government. So 25-30% of all of that, that indicates a lot of the liquor is actually theirs being sold. A good volume of the country liquor is actually theirs and Maharashtra. So we are talking about a company focused more on country liquor. Okay, country liquor. It can make it and also it can bottle it. It can make bottles for it to bottle the liquor, and it's engaged in Maharashtra, where it says it has a good position. So let's continue to read. The company enjoys substantial market share in country liquor in the districts of Mumbai, Thane, and Palghar. Three districts: Mumbai, Thane, Palghar. It is the single largest manufacturer of country liquor in the state of Maharashtra. Single largest. Now, the company has a capacity to process 13.76 crores bulk liters of country liquor per annum. So current processing capacity is 13.76 crore liters, 13.76 crore liters of country liquor, out of which only 55.74% has been utilized last year. The company is taking all possible steps to utilize this surplus capacity by extending its business to interior districts of Maharashtra, taking advantage of its brand image. All right. Only 55% of its capacity, 55.74% of its capacity was utilized in fiscal year 25. So it's taking steps to increase its capacity utilization. So maybe right now they do not have the need to add capacity, new capacity. They just need to utilize more of their existing capacities, and they're trying to extend business, expand into the interior districts. Then the outlook, this is from their annual report. The company does not foresee any major threats to its growth and market share in the coming years. The existing capacity should take care of the company's requirement at least for next 5 years. Next 5 years. So this company is the largest producer of country liquor in Maharashtra, and capacity right now 13.76 crores processing crore liters of processing country liquor. Yes, should be good enough for the next 5 years. Here are some of the brands. So, one, we have GM Santra, and look at this. According to them, it is a ruling number one position among country liquor industry for the past 12 years in the state of Maharashtra. In the state of Maharashtra, it is the most leading and prestigious blend. All right, so it has got a good position at least. So they got other things also. We got a GM Doctor, one of the prestigious brands, one of our prestigious brands made from finely distilled vacuum distillation plant. Okay, look at this. Ruling the market for the last 25 years. Last 25 years, their claim, not mine. Their claim. Then we got GM Limbu Punch and GM Dilabard Sounds. Sounds. So they got brands. They got different brands. Now let's move even a bit down. So first let us read this. So, GM Breweries Limited is having a state-of-the-art, fully automatic bottling plant at Virar district Thane in the state of Maharashtra, with a capacity to produce 50,000 cases a day. Initially, the company started producing 200 cases a day. It has now reached to more than 50,000 cases a day. They can even bottle the alcohol themselves, 50,000 cases a day. Now, looking at the annual reports of the company from fiscal year 21 to fiscal year 25, as far as I remember, all of them mentioned 13.76 crore liters of liquor processing facility. So it was the same. It was the same capacity over the last 5 fiscal years. And these are the capacity utilization of this 13.76 crore liters of processing facility. Okay. 55.74% fiscal year 25, 53.79% fiscal year 24, and 37.5% fiscal year 23, 45.93% fiscal year 22, and fiscal year 21, 37.5%. So capacity has remained same for many years, but utilization has been generally on the trend. So let us see how much can they actually increase this capacity in the future. Sorry, increase the utilization in the future. Now, their balance sheet as of March 31st, 2025, a bit late. So at end of fiscal year 2025, basically the balance sheet. Now, if we take a look at this balance sheet, remember all the numbers here are in lakhs. I hope every one of the succeeding slides also shows lakhs rupees. So all these figures are in lakhs rupees, and you can see some big figures. For example, investment property. Look at this big figure, 24111. Then in financial assets, investments, massive, 58,959 lakhs, 589 crores of investments. We will take a look into that. Go big, you go down, you see what is this? Uh, Yeah, other bank balances, 93 crores, other current assets, 50 crores. But you see, property, plant, and equipment. So the facility, the factory, all of that, the equipment, only 50 crores. So you can see investment property, the financial assets, the bank balance is more than the property, plant, and equipment. The balance sheet seems to be dominated more by their investments, which we will take a look into, and current assets and bank balances, not the property, plant, and equipment. It's not dominated by that. Then in the liabilities, that is the loans or the money that you owe to others, what are the liabilities? What are the loans? If you take a look, there are terms mentioned, non-current and current. Current means recent, and as far as I know, basically 12 months. Money you have to pay back within 12 months to others, current liabilities. Money you have to pay back after 12 months, non-current liabilities. If you take a look here, they got deferred tax liability, which is a tax thing. Other non-current liabilities are basically 27.92 lakhs. This company has almost negligible loans, negligible long-term loans. If you go back to the profit and loss, we are at the profit and loss, right? Take a look at interest. What is interest? This is the interest on loans. For example, fiscal year 2014, 289 crores of sales, 42 crores EBITDA, only 6 crores of interest. And now take a look at this. 1 crores, it's a rounded off, 1 crores of interest. See, directly before me, 1 crores of interest for fiscal year 25. This is 0000. Again, screener rounds of these numbers. So if they were even like 40 lakhs, I think it would show as zero. But even like negligible interest. So company seems to have a very healthy balance sheet in terms of that. Okay, not a lot of debt, not a lot of debt. And what is this loans or this liabilities dominated by? We got other current liabilities, 80 crores. We got other current financial liabilities, 50 crores. So again, long-term debt, fixed long-term assets, property, plant, equipment. The balance sheet is not dominated by that. The balance sheet seems to be dominated by current assets and current liabilities. Current assets, which you can convert into cash within the next, I believe, 12 months, within the next 12 months. Now, other bank balances. So this left one is the latest, the fiscal year 25 one, the ones we were looking earlier. So let us see what are these bank balances. Bank deposits due to mature after 3 months of original maturity, but within 12 months of the reporting date, 93 crores. So they will take 3 months of maturity time they have. You can only withdraw them after 3 months. 93 crores worth of these bank balances. Then their non-current investments, investment in mutual funds, 423 crores. 423 crores of investment in mutual funds. Tax-free bonds, 146 crores. What else? Investment preference shares, 6.6 crores. All these are in lakhs, so we are converting them to crores, adding a couple of decimal points up. So look at this, 423 crores of investments in mutual funds, 140 something crores investments in tax-free bonds. So yeah, and it's other income. We saw like 48 crores of other income for fiscal year 25. The other income was first the interest income, maybe on their bonds, maybe the yeah, bonds and all of that. 17.8 crores of interest income, pretty big actually, compared to their like operating profit. Then fair value gain on mutual funds, meaning what was the gain? How much did the value of the mutual funds rise? This is the part of their other income, and I do not know how they're counting this. So there, I guess there are two ways. Either you recognize a gain or loss in like other income. In other income, you recognize a gain or loss in the value only if you sell the mutual fund, only if you sell the financial assets, or or you record it. Doesn't matter if you sell or does not sell. If it rises in value, you don't sell, you record it. I think as far as I know, that are the two ways it does go through. It's realized gain, that is you sell it, or it's unrealized gain, the investment has risen in value, but you have not sold it. So it's on paper, it's not realized. So this is where the other income is coming from. Balance sheet, we did not look at the current liabilities. Maybe we can do that some other time. But a lot of investment it has in mutual funds, especially. So, interesting company. It had a very good couple of quarters. In fact, we can actually take a look at these quarters. Here we have the quarterly results of the company. Okay. Remember, sales here, operating profit. Take a look at the operating profit margin. Let me just type here. Click here. This is a year-on-year sales growth. See, it shows the percentage sales growth by quarter. So if you go to the latest 2 quarters, right? So June 25 quarter, only 6.76% sales growth, 19% operating profit margin. However, September and December quarter, which are like quarter two and quarter three, very nice quarters. 21% sales growth in both quarters. 25 and 26% operating profit margin. See, 25, 26% operating profit margin, two straight up quarters of very, very nice growth. We can suspect maybe it's due to rise in prices of liquor, maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're utilizing more of their capacity, existing capacity, 13.76 crore liters of liquor processing facility. That was it. That was GM Breweries. Let us see how the company does in the future. And here's the share price. Let us just see. 705 rupees in September 25. Massive boost, 1264 rupees, I guess because of the nice earnings. And right now it's 947 rupees. So yeah, let us see how the company does in the future. Uh, Maybe they will utilize more of the capacity.